Hey everybody, the Bongus here, ready to give you a brand new Let's Play! Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship Tournament 2004 for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, and is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Now this is actually the very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game that I actually played in my life, actually. I remember getting some money from my uncle, so I bought like a Game Boy player to go with my GameCube. And the game I got with it was this game. And then sometime after that, I think it might have been like a week or two, that I got Golden Sun right after that. So if anything, my first bit of Game Boy Advance pleasure came from this game. Yes, I want to delete all data because I want to start fresh. Thank you very much. And I got a basic deck. Awesome. Okay, so what makes this Yu-Gi-Oh! Game a bit different is because there's no actual calendar. Like, you can actually just duel whoever you want, whenever you want, and there's no days to take into account. Also, you don't just get one deck. Yeah, I think you have to press select for this. You get 3 decks, which is actually pretty awesome. They're all balanced in their own right. Like, they have, like, certain themes. I think this one has a little bit of dragons and mostly warriors and all that stuff. Okay, 2 Yoranzos, they're okay, I guess. Is it the best deck? No. Well, there's a Man-Eater Bug in this deck as well, which is pretty good. Eternal Drought, Last Day of Witch, Heavy Storm. Like, some of these cards are actually very good. Like, Tornado Wall, I forget what that does. Okay, it's only activated when Umi is active on the field. Alright. Any damage to your life once comes 0, that's pretty cool in its own right. If you want to go all out, you can just clear out all these decks, like Deck 2 and 3, and put the best cards into Deck 1. That's actually a good way to do it. It makes things a little bit easier for you, so you can have pretty much an all-star deck, if you so choose. But that's entirely up to you. That's something that I would do, but rather for editing's sake, I don't want to go through like Decks 2 and 3, clear them all out, and put the best ones in Deck 1 for you guys to watch. I'll show you my total deck later on, probably in Part 2. So for now, why don't I just do a few battles using each deck at least once just to showcase their strengths and their weaknesses. Okay, so right now you only have like 5 opponents to choose from. There's Taya Gardner, and you can actually see her strategy to maintain life points. Also on the bottom, you're going to see like how each deck's strengths and weaknesses are allotted. For Taya, her attack power is very weak, defense is weak, her ability to draw cards, I think that's what it is average, so to speak. Tristan is high attack, but that's very misleading because that's only if you allow him to sacrifice monsters. That pretty much can be said for any duelist. His attack power is at 1 for crying out loud. Defense is at 2, everything else is at 1. Okay, Bakura is basic. Actually, a formidable opponent in level 1 wise. And as for Truesdale, which is Yugi's grandfather. Yu-Gi-Oh's grandfather? What? His theme is Exodia, and he has like a level of 4. I'm guessing the number 3, which is all the cards, is not really the ability to draw cards, but rather like how often he places cards face down. And as for Yugi, I'm guessing 5 must mean like direct damage. I could be wrong. I usually forget what like 4 and 5 is, but I know like the sword is attack, shield is defense, and 3, like the cards, is probably face down cards, so to speak. But anyways, you can also like randomize what opponent you want to duel with. I think for now we're going to start off with Taya because, well, woman. Okay, I did not hold L or R on time, so the duel speed could be a bit slow. Okay, what is Last Day of Witch again? Destroy all face-up spellcaster type monsters. Okay. So I think I'm gonna start things off by putting my... not Tekraminos. I think I'll go with Corroding Shark in defense mode. And then I'll end my turn. By holding L, you can make the duel go faster if you did not hold L or R right from the very start. If you do that before the duel starts, when you're selecting your opponent, you can make the duel go that fast anyway. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to summon my Takraminos in attack mode. And then I'm going to use it to take out that face-down monster. So let me enter the battle phase so I can allow my 2 monsters to go for the kill. Well, actually, the only one that's in attack mode. The Forgiving Maiden, that's like 2,000 defense points. That's not going to help things at all. But I got an idea. I have an easier way to get rid of that monster, so... Last Day of Witch, destroy all face-up spellcaster. Oh wait, Forgiving Maiden is a fairy, isn't it? Yes, it's a fairy, so I can't use it. I might as well just sit this face down and then end my turn. I gotta find a way to destroy that monster, because that has 2,000 defense points. And unfortunately in this game, the AI tends to be a bit too smart. Like, it knows the defense values of any monster that's face down. Like, say, if that was a, like, 750, so to speak, well, the Forgiving Maiden would actually attack it. But in other cases, and well, maybe it won't attack it at all, even if it has, like, the remote chance of not succeeding. It gets a bit dickish like that, trust me on this one. Like, most opponents will actually know the exact defense value of a face-down monster, and decide whether to attack it or not, regardless of its attack power. Which is absolutely stupid, but sometimes that's how it goes. Like in the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that I've Let's Played, that's been apparent, like, later on. Not very early. Like, Taya should not be that smart. But apparently she is. So I sacrificed my 2 monsters to bring in Gaia the Fierce Knight because you require at least 2 tribute monsters for a monster that's at least level 7 or 8 or more. Okay, so what am I gonna do next? I think I'll summon Yoranzo in attack mode. And then I'll use it to attack one of those face-down monsters. And if it's another Forgiving Maiden, I'll use Gaia the Fierce Knight to attack that one. Okay, it's a White Dolphin. That's a very weak monster. Taya also has, like, an effect monster called Kisetai. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And it will actually attach itself to one of your monsters to gain half of your monster's attack points to increase it into her life points each turn. At least I think Taya has that. It plays into her strategy of increasing life points. So far, she hasn't really drawn anything of substance. It's gonna make this duel a little bit easy. So I'm gonna let Yoranzo attack this face-down monster. Let's see what it is. Ah, Spherus Lady. Oh, that's actually 1,400 defense points. That's actually not bad. That held me back a little bit. Didn't allow me to do any damage to her. In fact, she hasn't taken a single life point worth of damage yet. We're having a very slow duel here. She tends to slow things down. Unless you have really high power right from the get-go. Which, sadly, I do not have. Okay, I'm gonna flip some of my Man-Eater Bug to use its special ability, which is a flip effect. So obviously I'm gonna select that monster. Okay, that's another normal monster. It's... what is it? Haniwa. Oh, that's terrible. Kinda feel bad for her deck. Okay, so Acubeam is a level 5 monster, even though the stats don't really add up. Very disappointingly. So yeah, I might as well sacrifice the Man-Eater Bug because its attack power is so low. Now that Taya has no more monsters, I can go for a direct attack. Pretty cool, huh? So right now I just grabbed an early lead. Well, not really early because she had the lead first, but my lead is much bigger than hers. Which is a good thing. Alright, your move. Okay, another face-down monster. Looks like she's got a very poor hand. Because usually she would put some cards face down, like maybe Numinous Healer, to give herself some more life points. But sadly, I don't think she has that in her hand at all. Okay, I'll summon Ancient Elf in attack mode. If I use Last Day of Witch, I'll be an absolute moron, because that would destroy my own monsters, too. Okay, at this point, I might as well just use Gaia the Fierce Knight to attack this face-down monster. Robo Lady. In case it was another Forgiving Maiden, I wouldn't have to slow down at all with the damage. which is good. Not for her, at least. But good enough for me. So now Aqua Beam will get the finishing blow. Alright, I win! Starting off 1-0, alright. Haven't lost a step at all. So whenever you win, you get a choice out of at least 5 booster packs. Don't worry, you're gonna get more booster packs to choose from later, just by getting a correct percentage of the cards that are in each of these. At least I think that's how it goes. I think you have to get like maybe a set number of wins against certain opponents to get more decks. Or I'm probably just gonna have to get more cards from each booster pack to unlock opponents, rather. So I think we're gonna start things off with the Black Skull Dragon. So I'm gonna get Water, Almotix, Killer Needle, Legul, Rainbow Flower, and Queen's Double. 3 of these are very weak attack power and they're mostly used to just attack directly, even with monsters on the field. Water Almotix is actually pretty decent. And I think I'm gonna switch to deck 3 for now. I'm actually gonna make some minor changes to it. Let me sort things out by attack so I can take the weakest ones out. Okay, Gemini Elf in this deck is actually very good. It looks like there's another Gemini Elf in one of my other decks as well. That's why I'm saying it's got 2. Alright, what do I want to take out? I guess it all depends on what spell or trap cards I have. Look at your opponent's hand. Okay, that's actually a very good spell card. Mystic Probe. You can activate the spell card when continuous spell card is activated. Negate all continuous spell cards. Oh, okay. Backup Soldier is good for like when I have some monsters in my graveyard. Disturbance Strategy. Your opponent must put all cards in their hand back into the deck. The deck is then shuffled, and your opponent draws the same number of cards they return to the deck. That can actually work, but it can also backfire depending on what he has in his hand. He could have a very crappy hand, I could play that, and he might get a better one. Okay, so let me go to my monsters that are pretty useless. My Humanoid Slime I like because it has very good defense. I'm going to take out Fairy Witch. And let's see. Okay, that's pretty much my folder right there. Let me sort it by attack. But I want to put in something at least 4 stars. Oh, the other Gemini Elf must have been in my trunk. That's weird. Okay, I'll put that one in instead. Alright. So, who's going to be my next opponent? I say we'll go with Tristan. I'll try to go in numerical order. And I forgot to hold L or R to start the duel again. That means I gotta do it during the duel. Oh well. Swordsman and a Landstar in attack mode? Did you go to summer school and after summer school? Because that is just retarded. I mean, why would you do that? Okay, looks like my highest attack power in this hand is 1400, so I'll go with Lord of the Lamp. I mean, he still looks like Grimace and the dude from the Pringles can at a Love Child. Seriously. Maybe Robin Williams as the genie had a role in it as well? I have no idea. Okay, no reason to put in Backup Soldier because I have no monsters in my graveyard, so I'll end my turn. At least they put in a different background compared to what they did for the Eternal Duelist Soul and Stairway to the Destined Duel, because that was the exact same background. I think this one scrolls a little bit slower as well. The reason I'm making a big deal about the background, because sometimes the background was a bit dizzying. I've had some viewers actually not like seeing the background scrolling all the time, and I was not a fan of it either. I also believe that the further you go up in this game for different opponents, the background could change. Which is actually a very neat dynamic. Okay, so Tristan's going to be a very easy opponent. Ooh, Blue Eyes White Dragon. I love to bring that out. But not yet. Let's summon Killer Needle first. Okay, Killer Needle, you attack this face-down monster. His defense is not that great. Mask Clown. Okay. Now I will go to do even more damage on this turn. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win it on the next one. At this rate. Awesome. I'll end my turn. Alright, your move. This is going to be too easy. Alright, now it's time for me to finish this. I mean, it doesn't really matter who I bring out. I'm just gonna let, say, Lord of the Lamp get the kill on this monster, and then Gemini Elf should get the finishing blow. If that guy actually had, like, a monster of 1400 defense points or higher, that would have thrown a wrench into my plans. But I still would have won regardless. Anyways, let's see. I'm gonna go with Barrel Dragon next. Ooh, Karibo is rare. Could come in handy in certain situations. I get Blade Fly, increases all wind monsters by 500, decrease the attack of all earth monsters by 400. Okay, Hoshinnigan is practically the same thing, but increases light by 500 and dark lowers by 400. Germ Infection, the attack of a non-machine type monster is decreased by 300 each of its standby phases. Ooh, that can actually put a hurt on somebody's strong monster. If it's not a machine, of course. Okay, let's take a look at deck 3. Mystical Elf, Totsumi Giant, Baby Dragon. Okay, Dark Magician. I think this is somewhat of a Yami Yugi style deck. For the most part, at the very least. Spellbinding Circle is also one that he would use. The other Gemini Elf, that's actually pretty good. Wait, how many Gemini Elves did I have? Wow. I didn't think I had that many. Alright. Milk of the Four-Faced Beast. Okay, Master Kiyonshi is actually very decent. Dark Spirit of the Silent. I want to look at this one. This card can only be activated during your opponent's battle step. Negate the attack of one monster and select another one of your opponent's face-up monsters and have it attack. If the new targeted attacking monster is in face-up defense position, change it to attack position. Ooh, if that's a weak monster, I can use that to my advantage. Alright, I'm gonna give deck 3 a try. Against Bakura. Basic deck, no problem. Okay, by holding L as you select your opponent, then you can have it sped up all the way. Okay, I don't know if this guy has Brigeki, so I'm gonna put it face down. And as for this current turn, why don't I put Magical Ghost in defense mode? Let's see if this guy bites. Mahavilo? Yep, he's probably gonna. Then again, Mahavilo all by itself is a very good card. Especially if you have equipped spell cards. Because then Mahavilo will actually get an extra attack boost for its special ability alone, rather than just the equipped spell card. They both go together to give him a great boost. Okay, luckily Master Kiyonshi has more attack power than Mahavilo. So there we go. We took out that good threat. I don't know what that face down card is though. It's not anything like Mirror Force because he would have used it right away. At least I know I would have. But in any case, my next move. Alright, what am I going to attack that monster with? Wolf Axwielder seems like a very good choice. Could have used that to destroy the Mahavilo as well, but I want to come out swinging for the fences. Besides, at the end of this video, I'm going to take like pretty much the best cards of each deck and put them together to make a pretty damn good deck that'll withstand anything in level 1 and probably upwards as well, as long as I keep getting new cards to add to it. It doesn't look like he has anything that's gonna help him here, so that's fine by me. Okay, Silver Bow and Arrow. Okay, Fairy type monster. Let's see, I don't have any fairies on the field right now. I got a Beast Warrior and a Zombie. Okay, so none of these are fairies, therefore I can't take advantage of Bow and Arrow yet, or Silver Bow and Arrow. Well, it's not like I'm facing Ganon at this point, so the Silver Bow and Arrow is not that necessary yet. Ugh, prevent rat. That's gonna be a problem. Because that defense is 2,000. I don't have anything that can break it, not even my neck hunter. I'm gonna have to end my turn. He probably will sacrifice to bring in a stronger monster. Axe of Despair! Wait, why would you power up your Prevent Rat if it's not going to attack? Got an idea. It might work. Okay, I think I'm gonna put my Hitotsumi Giant in defense mode. And I'm gonna see if that Prevent Rat will actually try to attack it. Maybe I'll also throw in like a weak defense type monster to see if the Prevent Rat will attack. If it can, I got at least 2 or more monsters that can take it out. So I'm gonna see if Bakura will take the bait. So right now I can't do anything with it unless I have a very high power monster. Got Gumo, not an issue. But he may not attack at all because I have those other attack power monsters up. Slate Warrior! Ooh, that's hitting hard. Not bad, not bad at all. If only you had saved your Axe of Despair for that. I think it would have actually beat me. Alright, let's see. What is Slate Warrior's ability again? Okay, increase the attack defense of this monster by 500 points if it was flipped. Any monster that destroys this card must decrease its attack and defense by 500 points. I think that's only for the flip effect, though. Because he didn't flip it, therefore that effect may not apply. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? I don't have anything that can beat it, which sucks. I'm gonna have to bide for some time. I hate to do it, but I got no choice. If only Bakura had Regeki, then I could have really backfired on him. That's weird. Why would he do that? He had a very good chance there. Oh my god, you idiot. That effect's not going to apply because you didn't flip it. Let me watch. Wait, it does apply? Oh, that's not part of the flip then. Okay. I was a bit misled. Disappointed, man. Then again, I'm disappointed in myself because I let that happen. Okay, the issue is still the Prevent Rat. And I don't think it's gonna go into attack mode. Well, at least I got rid of it. And he's not gonna sacrifice his monster to put it back to the top of his deck. Ooh, Molten Behemoth. That's actually a very good card. Okay, my Master Kiyonchi is practically useless right now because of its low attack power. So I'm going to sacrifice it to bring in my Neck Hunter. I could have considered Molten Behemoth for a high defense, but this also works for me. Let's just hope that defense is not above 1750. Or even at 1750. It is! Just by 50 points! Are you serious? And that attack power is 1400. Okay, I gotta find a way to break that. So far, I don't have it. Not at all. Doesn't look like he's going to attack. No, he's not. I gotta find a way to penetrate that defense. That's like pretty much the sore spot. But I want to bring in my Molten Behemoth because he could come in handy here. If I could get that trap card and get him to attack at all, then I can use that to my advantage. Ooh, Hyozan Ryu. Now that's gonna be a problem. Because now he can actually attack my monsters and beat them. I think I might actually lose here. At this rate, Dark Hole, awesome! But at the same time, that's gonna be a serious risk because I'm losing a lot of monsters. But I still have a Whiptail Crow. I mean, I have to use it, I'm sorry. It's cost me a lot of monsters, but at least I got rid of his main one. I still have a Whiptail Crow I can use against him. So that pretty much saved my life. Either way, if I didn't use it, he's gonna slowly take out my monsters. Maybe if I waited for him to get too comfortable, that probably would have been a more practical use. But what if that also backfired on me? You have to think about these tangibles there. Maybe somebody else would have waited a little bit longer, but that's entirely up to you. I'm taking on AI here. I'm not fighting for my very life. Okay, Phantom Ghost, easily beatable. Alright, now let's just put this in motion. Had a very close situation there, but we got ourselves out of it thanks to that one spell card. And thankfully he was not able to negate it. I'm surprised Bakura even had a Hyozen Ryu. He's usually mostly known for fiends and zombies. In any case, at least I was able to get out of it. Water Magician, sure, why not? I mean, what can go wrong, really? Well, doing nothing is one thing. But at least I broke even. Didn't lose any life points. And I got other monsters that can beat the Mahavilo. If he had used Axe of Despair on Mahavilo, he would have had a powerhouse. I think I would have been done for. Thankfully, I never had to deal with that. So this duel turned out much longer than I thought, but that's actually very good. I mean, sometimes adversity breeds the best moments. I can pretty much attack with any monster I want, and the next one will get the win for me. Alright, Whiptail Crow, it's all on you, man. You can do this for me. Hitodenchak? Whatever. And you are done. Gave me a good fight! And I'm sure I'm going to have much tougher fights later on. But you know what? I'm very happy with that result. I think I'm going to go with Barrel Dragon again, actually. Ooh, Shadow Ghoul. I like that one. Crass Clown is also decent, if you can actually get its effect to work. Rabbit Horseman, sure, why not, even though I don't usually use fusion monsters. Another Bladefly, though. Not a big fan of that. But anyways, I'm going to stop the video right here, and in the next part, I'm going to come out firing with a brand new deck. See ya, everyone. Thanks for watching.